for our Constitution. Then they helped write that Constitution, put it into play.
Oh my
For
God.
everybody to have their rights and their freedoms in this country.
Talking about anti-terrorists.
They wanted to take our rights away just like a lot of Democrats and liberals and a lot of socialists want to take our rights now.
We're talking about terrorists on NPR.
Everybody's rights for just their freedoms. Just
When
like
they
you're
say rights,
seeing
they
on
mean white
broadcast,
supremacy.
people are watching the live feeds on that. They're saying they're sick of their rights being trampled on.
At least 4 3%ers would go on to be charged with conspiracy for breaking into the Capitol on January 6th. Meanwhile, ties between militia and Islamophobic and white supremacist activity had been documented over the past several years, starting in Charlottesville in August 2017.
Minutes ago, we saw the first participants in today's Unite the Right rally arrive. About 40 men and women in camouflage gear, some with militia markings. Virginia is an open carry state.
And then there were 3 militiamen connected to a local 3% group who were convicted of plotting to bomb a mosque in Garden City, Kansas in 2016.
Authorities say the 3 suspects are part of a Kansas militia group that calls itself the Crusaders.
Which is part of the reason why AJ led that operation in Richmond, because he wanted to rehabilitate the image of the 3%ers and the militia movement at large.
There's nothing wrong with the name militia. If you carry a 3% sticker, oh, you got to be a racist, you got to be a nationalist, you got to be... No, we're not. We're human, we're American.
Sounds like you're
There's nothing racist about us. We're trying to show everybody that we are adults. We're responsible adults. Where Northam's trying to say, oh, the guns shoot people. No, it's the trigger that pulls it by the person.
Okay, whiny
it's
baby.
Not the gun.
Some guy had 5,000 pounds of what they're calling fireworks in LA, and the LAPD blew up 10 pounds of it, and it blew up their bomb truck. Then I hear the American Doofus channel, the guy talking about white supremacists are amassing fireworks for terrorist acts.
Working with each other.
They call it fireworks, but they're terrorists.
Every single person with boots on ground is in the network together.
How many people
you're in a terrorist network?
Close to 1,000 right now. And they're involved with their own little groups. And it networks out from there, kind of like a spidered out pyramid.
And
AJ had kicked me out of his private solo group a couple weeks before Richmond, so I was never able to really hear him and his guys talking. But I'd signed on to a bunch of public Zello channels, including one run by 1% Watchdog, and I had those recording throughout the day just so I could get a sense of the kind of chatter that was bouncing between militiamen and activists all around Richmond.
Is everybody at the rally already, or are they on their way?
On the ground.
We're still en route.
And at home.
Yes, I'm watching online. There's a lot of people there.
Sorry, I was talking
Listening
over the
back,
terrorist
some of the stuff
earlier.
gave me chills. I mean, this is 12 months before January 6th, and yet the communication strategy and the rhetoric about the politicians in the State House were eerily similar.
This is not time to go in there and be congenial and polite. It's time to go in there and kick their asses. If the state troopers get in your way, so be it. Complete the mission. The world up.
Before I met up with AJ, I figured most of these militia guys were all bark and no bite. But speaking with him convinced me that he was dead serious.
If God says it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I've been shot, stabbed, burned, born with cancer, diagnosed at 4, still got it throughout my body, and nothing's in my organs. I got my sight when I was 1, got hearing when I was 3, and I shouldn't have been born. So, if I'm alive, and there's still a reason, so I'm still going to do something. There's certain things you got to step up for. People in America got to step up for the rights and the freedoms to keep it alive for the next generation.
But you're only talking about white supremacy. We don't want that alive for the next generation. We want America alive, but we don't want white supremacy alive.
No one
and
was
that's
hurt
what you
that
define
day.
it
No
as.
bullets were fired. But spending time with AJ opened my eyes to the reality of the American militia movement. He and his guys won it both ways. They were ready to go to war, and they have a history of participating in violent, racist, anti-government acts, but at the same time, they want to be seen as a normal part of American life, patriotic American life. Coming up, how right-wing vigilantism went mainstream.
American
This is
card
on the media.
revoked for all right-wingers. American cards revoked for all right-wingers. Happy 4th of July, real Americans who hate
supported by
Trump.
Progressive Insurance, offering its
Because
Home
no-
Quote
nobody
Explorer,
who likes
designed
Trump
to
is
provide
American.
information about available home
If you
insurance
ever were,
options in
you're
one
not anymore
place.
because your
More
American
information
card
at
has been revoked.
progressive.com.
You chose Trump over America.
Indeed, employers
That's the choice you made. Your American card is revoked. You can choose to betray Trump and come back to America, but in the meantime, American card revoked for all Trumpers. I'm going to turn this off because I don't really want to hear terrorists on the 4th of July, but NPR likes to highlight them. I guess some people need to be told. I've heard them plenty of times before. I hear them all the time online on Facebook and YouTube.
With host Joe Eric.
Screw them.
Meet people
They're not terrorists, all Trumpers.
Inside and
Terrorists and terrorist
Joe brings a
supporters.
wealth of
You need to shut them down.
experience reporting
Happy 4th of July, Americans.
and